Let's take a look at what is happening in the markets, and we start off with the local bourse that has seen quite a lot of volatility this week as we are heading to the holiday at the end of this week. But we are seeing a sharp gains on the local bourse today, as we are seeing a sea of red on that front, with the all share declining 1.72% in today's trading session. We are seeing the Resources 10 complex carrying the bulk of those losses there, shedding more than 3.5%, followed by the Financial 15 with declines of more than 1.5%. Industrial 25 on that front carrying the least of those losses, but still a decline of 0.75%. Let's take a look at what is happening on Wall Street, and over there markets digesting the U.S. consumer inflation print for November that did come out today, where we did see an acceleration to 3.1%, of course easing from the 3.2% that we saw in October. Of course, the Fed starts its two-day monetary policy meeting today, that decision coming out in the evening tomorrow. And on that front, we also are awaiting the producer price index print that is coming out tomorrow. A sea of green over there, the S&P 500 relatively flat, 0.02% above that flat line. The tech-heavy Nasdaq there climbing almost 0.1%, and the Dow with a gain of more than 0.1%. Let's take a look at what is happening with markets across the Atlantic, and we did get UK labour market data coming out there with an easing of wage growth in November compared to October. Of course, that comes ahead of the Bank of England's monetary policy meeting and decision that is taking place on Thursday. And of course, still in the central bank talk, we are also expecting the European Central Bank to come out with its own interest rate decision on Thursday. A mixed picture over there, with the FTSE 100 and CAC 40 there climbing almost 0.1%, and the DAX 0.03% below that flat line. Let's take a look at what is happening on the currency scene, and we start off with how the rand is doing against some of the major currencies. The rand weakening again. Of course, earlier on we had seen just over 18 rand 90 against the US dollar, now weakening further, going past that 19 rand mark against the US dollar. Against the pound at 23 rand 87, and against the euro at 20 rand 51. Let's take a look at how the other currency pairs are doing, starting off with the euro dollar at 1.07. Pound dollar at 1.25, and the yen just above 145 against the US dollar.